Greetings and salutations, viewer or viewers. My name is Dan McLean, and I'm happy that you've decided to visit my channel today. You may not be happy about it by the time you're done watching these videos, but hopefully you'll have had a laugh and some sort of escape from the troubles of everyday life. The purpose of this intro is to introduce myself to you, the audience, explain why I've created this channel, but also to get ahead of the projected guaranteed hate mail that I will certainly receive after you watch the content. Ever since I was super young, I've always been fascinated with cartoon characters and live action characters where the actors and or comedians doing those voices could do these wonderful things with their voice. Not only that, but how those voices enhance the comedic performance tenfold sometimes. I've been a huge fan of the old Looney Tunes and Disney cartoons and movies, Saturday morning cartoons like Eek the Cat, or the X-Men and Batman animated series After School, to The Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park, and the hugely vast array of animated movies and series that have since come to life. And like many children enjoying these performances, I would often imitate them in my own way or come up with my own silly voices or accents. I was always sort of a goofball and thoroughly enjoyed making my close friends and family laugh. On top of that, I was a decent artist, writer, singer, and drummer, but I never really went after those things as a career. They were more a hobby. I was good at this stuff, but I never put myself out there. Fear kind of kept me doubtful that I'd be successful at pursuing a career as an actor or writer or musician or an artist. I was deeply plagued by that fear and doubt. I think I was gripped by this so much at times that it drove me into bouts of depression. Even though I was living a somewhat normal life and making ends meet, I always felt the weight of knowing that I was wasting my God-given talents by not pursuing my dreams. Well, something happened at the age of 40 that sort of changed the way I perceived my ability to go after those dreams wholeheartedly. I had a child. After experiencing how precious and beautiful my daughter is to me, that weight of wasting my gifts was even heavier. But after working tirelessly for a number of multi-million-dollar corporations throughout the years, knowing that my worth amounts to about 1 to 5% of the average CEO's salary, I've come to the realization that if I continue to slave away in this mundane cycle, then I'm not portraying an example of the father I want my daughter to remember. I want my daughter growing up in this cruel world, believing that she can wholeheartedly pursue her passions and desires without reserve, despite the obstacles in her way. I want her growing up proud that her daddy never gave up and didn't settle for a listless life of fruitless meaning. I want her to be tenacious and achieve all that would make her happy in life. So at 42 years of age, I'm giving it a go. And so my desire for you, the viewer, is to enjoy the content you're about to see. However, the content does come with a disclaimer. Again, part of this intro is to get out in front of the hate mail and try not to be canceled before I even get my shot. A lot of the content you're about to witness has very foul language, strong sexual content, and could be considered lewd, debased, blasphemous, crude, rude, offensive, immoral, inconsiderate, irritating, annoying, and just downright stupid, which it is. But that's the point, I guess. A lot of my humor aligns with what if. So much of the content is satirical in nature, and probably because that's the type of humor that makes me laugh. It's sad that we live in a world where there are actually people like the characters I'm depicting, but I hope you'll understand that I'm not like these characters in real life, or that I condone the types of behaviors portrayed in the videos you're about to see. Some of the videos have characters that are absolutely horrible people, and some have characters that are lovable and charming. And I hope the characters you already recognize are strictly seen as a parody only. I really hope that this content makes you laugh. It's written in a satirical comedic fashion for the most part. I'd rather you laugh and feel bad about laughing at it than not laughing and filled with rage to the point where you feel the need to send me actual hate mail. Again, I'm apologizing for the whole thing up front. It's downright stupid, like I said, and it's meant to ruffle some feathers in a light-hearted way that more sort of pokes fun at people who would actually be this way in real life. The ultimate goal of this is to get you laughing and having a good time, but also to showcase the different voices and characters I can do to hopefully land me some acting gigs in the near future. If you are someone who is easily offended, I'm going to post the individual videos separately as well. So I will post in the descriptions if the video clip has explicit content or not. That way you can choose what you would like to see, or if you're okay sharing some of the content with a minor. But this reel, as a whole, will have very mature themes and adult content. So if you're under 18, please get your parents' consent to watch this. I mean it! I'm not trying to monetize this at all. I just want to have some fun and see where it goes. The videos are very bare bones and will definitely have some bad lighting and audio at times. I did them all by myself after studying under Professor Google at YouTube University. But if you enjoy what you see, be sure to tell your friends, and if you don't, I'll be expecting the hate mail. Either way, I'll be working on more content soon. Thanks for visiting my channel, and thank you for listening to me ramble. Now, without further ado,